Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday, and welcome to week 15 already. It's exciting. Okay, so this week we've got function within the educational environment. It's kind of a big topic. We've got things about economics, political, networks, collaboration, all those different things kind of tied together in the different components of this competency. And so economics, sometimes we don't tend to think about economics when we think about education. But let's say you're in a college or a university and you've got a course that has lab components associated with it. Well, what supplies are you going to use during lab? How many supplies are you going to allocate per student? Let's say you're practicing central line dressing changes. Central line dressing change kits can be kind of expensive. How many you're going to give to each student? Let's say you're doing a practicing on starting IVs. How many IV catheters are you going to give to each student? Those get really expensive. So little things like that. If you want a new piece of equipment or something like that, you're going to have to learn about the budget or maybe grant writing or something to obtain funds for that piece of equipment. Let's say you're in the hospital setting and maybe you are have staff education. So how many hours are you going to be able to allot to your orientation program? How long are we going to pay for people to be on orientation with the mentor? Something new comes down from Joint Commission and you want to do in-services. How many payroll hours are you going to be able to allot to people to attend those in-services? So there tends to be some financial things associated kind of no matter where we're teaching. If we're doing patient education, we've got to think about costs of handouts, training supplies, things like that. So there's also a little economic piece associated with it, education. And then we've got networking and collaboration and politics. And sometimes people think of politics as a bad word because some people really do kind of some scummy things in the name of politics. But politics can just be networking and collaboration and getting to know other people and combining mutual interests to achieve your goals. Things like that. Maybe you want a new sim man or something for the hospital. Well, maybe you and nursing and like respiratory want to get together and combine because you both have reasons that you want to use this new sim man and you can put forth a proposal with more people backing it. So politics doesn't have to be a nasty thing. It can just be networking, collaborating, trying to find win-win solutions so that you can get what you need in order to have your program be successful. Okay, so different things about that. I'm looking forward to your spin on functioning within the educational environment. There's even simple things, day-to-day things. Like let's say that you're a nurse educator in a hospital and previously you were working as a staff nurse in that hospital. So now it's lunchtime. Lunchtime is a time when you kind of let down your guard a little bit. You talk with people about family stuff. You get to know each other on a personal level. Do you go to the unit you used to work on and eat with the staff nurses? Do you eat with other nurse educators? Do you eat with nurse managers to get to know them better? Sometimes the simplest little things like that can play into this function within the educational environment. So I'm looking forward to seeing your spin on it and seeing what you think. All right, I am including this week a resource that I located that contains interview questions for nursing faculty. Now, I would say the vast majority of them definitely apply to academia, and then some of them also apply to the clinical setting because the clinical setting wants to know that people have that background in education and have the theoretical understanding and that sort of thing. So take a look through these questions, see what you think. I'm hoping that some of you are going to be interviewing for new positions and expanding job responsibilities and things like that. So some of these might come in handy. So take a look at them and see what you think. Okay, so we've got some things coming up. Final preceptor eval, I believe, is this week, and my lighting is really changing freaky here. Okay, so final preceptor eval. I know that you are dependent on your preceptor to get that final eval. So do your best to bug them to get that in. And remember, they need to email me a copy, so tracy.hardell@my.gcu.edu. And then you need to upload a copy into the assignment form. Okay, so we've got that coming up. And then in week 16, you've got two assignments. One's the final NEPD, and the other one is evaluation of overall practicum goals. And they look really similar, so I want to explain that a little bit as you guys are trying to wrap up. So the final NEPD is just filling in that last topic on the NEPD form. So a reflection about your practicum, something you did in your practicum, how you're going to use your practicum knowledge to go forward in your career. So it's kind of like just the last wrap-up piece of the NEPD, okay? Then on the same NEPD form at the very bottom, there's a section for evaluation of overall practicum goals. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the initial practicum goals that you and I worked on in week 2, I believe. You're going to copy and paste them into that evaluation of overall practicum goals section. And then by each one, you're going to say if you met it, if you didn't, and explain why you met them or didn't meet them. So that's kind of a looking at the whole overall practicum, and very specifically for each goal that you had set for yourself in the beginning, did you or did you not meet that? So that's what that one is. Same form, 2 different sections. It's just when you upload it to the NEPD, I'll just look at that section. When you upload it to the overall evaluation of practicum goals, I'll just look at that section. Same form, 2 different sections. Okay. All right, we are coming down to the home stretch, and I'm so excited for you. And I'm really looking forward to talking to you this week about functioning in the education environment, and looking forward to hearing maybe where you're thinking about being as you wrap up this course. For some of you, I believe this is going to be your very last course. For some of you, I think you still have an evidence-based practice project course, I believe. Some of you had told me that. But I'm looking forward to hearing, are you thinking about applying for some positions? Are there things that you're looking at? I'd be interested in hearing what your plans are. All right, everybody. See you in the main forum.